This wasn't the sort of performance that you expect from Bayern Munich, especially coming from the 8-1 destruction of Wolfsburg over the weekend. It was a struggle. It was kind of slow developing, and it was a grind at times. And give some credit to Köln that they made it so, and they made it difficult for Bayern Munich. This was not inspirational from Bayern Munich, but it was efficient and effective enough in the second half. The first half, not so much. Again, you're going to have games over the course of the season where things are not quite working out, where the pieces are not quite fitting together, where the performances are not quite what you want it to be individually and as a group. And yet, in the case of Bayern Munich, at least in Bundesliga play, that doesn't really matter because they go on to win it. As we had expected and we had talked about at halftime, this team would be better than Köln in the second half. They would win the match. That's exactly what they did. Not much more than that.
And of course, we're being a bit cheeky saying this is on the players. If you did see our pre-game coverage, you'll know that Vincent Kompany put all the credit on his players. He's just equaled the record of Pep Guardiola. But I suppose, Ale, with what they're going for this season and with people talking about them winning in all competitions this season, you do still need these games to give you a bit of that challenge and a test, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. And look, I understand the position that Vincent Kompany takes in a press conference when people are comparing him to Pep Guardiola and they're starting to crown him as this, that, and the other. And he's kind of saying, all right, everybody hold up, please, wait, Achtung, wait, no, we're not quite there yet. And this is, whatever successes we have, are very much on the player and not on me. Well, that's the position that a manager takes, so that the players that are going to listen to this press conference are going to say, well, of course it's on the players. Thank you very much, manager Vincent Kompany. The truth is that it's all together. This Bayern Munich is what it is this season because all of it, the whole package has come together quite well. And unlike today, most times Bayern Munich in Bundesliga are just dominant, flat out dominant. Today wasn't quite the case, and yet they still win away from home in a tough environment, 3-1, and we move on with our lives. And I think some of that has to do with the fact that there's a personality about this team that has been enforced by Vincent Kompany. The identity, the character, the level of confidence and comfort with which this team plays. And the fact that you have players in and out and they're able to do the job. No Joshua Kimmich today. That was a big point of conversation. It didn't really matter. Today, Harry Kane wasn't all that great. It didn't really matter. Michael Olise wasn't all that great. It didn't really matter. So you can still have down performances and yet find a way to win. But to your point, there are bigger goals for Bayern Munich that winner at Köln as they did today. And if indeed they're going to achieve those goals, then the performance has to be better across the line.
Let's see how it did all play out today in this game. That was a bit of a trickier test for them against Köln, who they've already faced in the Pokal this season and in the 35th minute. So it's an 11-point gap at the top of the table between Bayern Munich and their closest attender, Borussia Dortmund. But we do have Archie and Jan standing by right now. They're going to get some post-match reaction. Let's see who they're with.
Okay, thank you very much. Christopher, commiserations on the results. How did you see the game overall?
I feel like we came very good into the beginning of the game. We have a huge chance after one minute, and we fought very well. We're very well structured in the first half and also came on 1-0. Of course, possession-wise, they dominated, but we fought a lot, and then in the second half, they were just better than us, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Try to describe how it's like out there when you play teams like Bayern, the machine. You don't get a ball like in second half. How frustrating is that? And what can you do?
I mean, when you're in it, you're not frustrated because you know that's how the game is going to be when you play against Bayern. You have to accept the terms of the game, and in this part of the game, you know they will dominate. Otherwise, you're gonna suffer a lot. Of course, it's very impressive how they can keep going. Even me in the end of the game was getting a bit tired, and you see the Bayern players, Leimer keep running, Diaz keeps attacking, and that's what I feel like ended up giving them the win today.
How is it for you to accept the terms when your normal, natural footballer instinct goes, we've gone one up? How do you, I guess, calm yourself down in that situation? Is that what it's like?
No. You don't calm yourself down. When we scored for 1-0, the first thought is going to 2-0, of course. But we also know the game. We also played them not so long ago where we did well again in the beginning and then they killed us in the end. Those are the terms. We know individually if we just go man for man the entire game, it's going to be very, very difficult. But collectively, we always have a chance, even against Bayern. We showed that today. In the end, it didn't work out, and now we have a very important game in the weekend.
Christopher, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Tak.
Okay, back to you.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
That was
Thank you.
Christopher Lund
I'll
from
take that.
Köln. What did you think of what you had to say, Ali?
Well, I think the thing that stands out is we know that Bayern Munich has very talented players. We know that. Everybody knows that. And yet the thing that stands out to him is, yeah, they have talented players, but they're still running. It's late in the game and they're still running and they're still working. He highlighted Konrad Laimer, highlighted Luis Diaz. And yes, that is part of the story of Bayern Munich under Vincent Kompany, that these guys will keep coming at you. And Konrad Laimer will keep running, and Luis Diaz will keep running, and whoever else you put out there, they'll keep running. So not only do they have the talent, but they're also outworking you. And if that's the combination that Bayern Munich is going to offer, then it's going to be very difficult to stop for anybody, certainly in Bundesliga.
Yeah, let's get the final thoughts of our boys' pitch side, just the two of them now, Archie and Jan. Your final thoughts on what we saw today, guys?
Well, Kate, it's the same movie again, as Christopher Lund has referenced. Cologne go one up against Bayern, can't hold on. But what can you do against a team with this level of quality when Jonathan Tah goes off, they bring on Deo Upamecano, a one-man counter-attack shutting down machine.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, a little bit of me is thinking, well, Jonathan Tah and Deo Upamecano, they're the preferred centre-back duo. Are, of course, Min-Jae Kim, not only having just stopped that counter-attack that he did from Jakub Kaminski, he's then the one who goes and scores the goal to go ahead. Bayern are just too good, Jan.
They're too good in terms of players, but there are some things that we should also look at. 5 teenagers on the bench today, and we were standing here the last 10 minutes. We're standing in the tunnel at the end of the tunnel, so we're very close to Vincent Kompany. So in the 94th minute, the hunger is unbelievable. It's like ref, the game. So there's a hunger in the game. We talked about the ability to run, but the hunger to win games, win the next tackle, win the next duel, win the next game. It's unbelievable what's going on at Bayern at the moment. And we said before the game, Archie, this is mirror Vincent Kompany. He's so clever. When he went over to the fans, the players are there at the background. He's talking to his players all the time. Harry Kane is more like an assistant manager for him. He's doing it very, very cleverly.
And with someone like Michael Olise, for example, it is impossible for any player, I think particularly wing wizards, to have a good game every single game of the season, because you just can't. And I think it's interesting seeing how he managed that situation, because you've got to manage individuals differently. Some people, I think you go up to them a little bit more and go, hey, like, come on, let's get going. But just seeing how Michael Olise was left in his own space, I thought it's interesting how he's got that man management, how he's treating every player with care.
Yeah, and what they do, Archie, is that they build up a platform, they build up a stage with Neuer at the back, experience, Harry Kane, normally Kimmich, you have a Tah, you have the core of the Mannschaft, the core of the team. And that's why you have time when Olise had in a 6-7 miss. He lost the ball. You never see that. It's breaking news. You have the chance to put on a Lennart Karl, who is touches. I mean, some of the touches is like unbelievable. But you still have to have that platform coming from the coach, coming from the club, and the core of the team. That is very impressive to see. And that's why I think this team can go all the way. Because we know they have the Ausnahmespieler, the players who can decide games, but they have this platform that it looks very, very good.
I think Cologne deserve a word still, because it was a valiant performance. Even if they become, it's the 21st occasion in 27 games that Bayern have scored 3 goals in a game. Let's not forget, Cologne were missing 6 defenders this evening.
One game you should miss 6 defenders. Bayern. Yeah.
Right, exactly. But a huge game for them against Mainz on Saturday to put some daylight between themselves and the relegation zone.
Yes, and I think what we saw here, first of all, fantastic atmosphere. They need to get that crowd atmosphere into the team. And there were times they did that. In the first half, especially the way they went forward. But, as you were saying, I think half of their mind were already at the Mainz game. Because if they win that game, that is the big moment for them in the Rückrunde that's starting this Wochenende.
Mainz over Matter. Jan, thank you very much. Okay, back to you.
So we decided during our coverage that Gnabry meant that goal and that in the end it was a magical goal. Let's find out from the man himself. Here he is with Archie and Jan.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll get to that goal, Serge. Overall performance first. How do you assess it? What do you think were the strengths of this performance?
Strengths were that we didn't give up, even though I think in the first half we didn't play as clean as we can. Lost a lot of balls early, so we didn't even properly had so many chances. And then at the end of the day, we were patient. I think we always know that sometime our quality is going to shine through, and it did today as well.
Serge, when I come home tonight or go into the bed, I will start dreaming. I will dream about your goal.
Wasn't that good?
I want you to say you meant everything you did there. Put it in on the ground over the goalkeeper. Please let me have a good dream.
First of all, I need to see it as well, because I haven't seen it yet. For sure, I meant the first touch, probably not as far as it went. And then I just tried to put it into the middle somehow. As I said, I didn't even see it yet, so I have no idea how it went in. I just saw it in the back of the net and was very happy about it.
So you're saying you didn't try to get on the ground and over the goalkeeper?
It happened so fast, I don't know what I did.
Oh, I like that. I can keep on dreaming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you playing with a cold?
Yeah, it was a little bit, how do I say, I had a cold a couple of days ago, so it's very cold in Germany, so I'm sorry for coughing.
That's okay. I mean, to be honest, it makes the goal and performance even more remarkable,
Yeah,
Serge.
okay. No, I'm good.
You're okay?
Not that bad.
All right, fine. We'll put it somewhere in the middle. Just, you spoke about the cleanness of the first half. What do you mean when you say cleanness? Can you just explain that?
I think we just try to force it a little bit early to go through on goal instead of just keep playing, switching sides, and eventually it will open up. That's what I mean by the cleanness. And I think over the course of the game, we know our moment's going to come when we are clean. If we are clean, we score our goals.
Just a final word. Min-Jae Kim. He's not somebody who I would say, such is the way that, defenders don't always get the headlines that attacking players do. For him to score the goal that goes ahead, for him to be the one who stops that counter-attacking chance.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
What do you have to say about him?
No, it's brilliant whenever he plays. He's brilliant, great character, great guy. Everyone in the team loves him, and if he performs like today, it's good to have him on the pitch in a team. And I'm sure for himself, even though he probably doesn't show it always, it means a lot to have scored a goal.
And he meant it. He meant it.
He meant that one.
Serge, thank you very much.
You're welcome, guys.
Cheers.